Here are 2 reasons why you should be using naming conventions in your ad account. Number 1, it makes it much easier for everyone in the team to just digest what exactly is going on in the ad account, especially if you're onboarding new people to the team. It just simplifies that process quite a bit. Then number 2, by actually following a standardized naming convention approach, you really simplify the way that you are able to pull creative insights, because you can actually define it by specific identifiers. So we've actually put together a fully customizable naming convention template that you can use to just make your lives a lot easier. So let's dive into it. So here we have our campaign name generator template. And on the introduction slide, you can see we have your toolkit. So your toolkit consists of the instructions on how to actually use this campaign name generator, as well as the actual campaign name generator. And then lastly, we have a list of creative angles, which is fully customizable based on whatever angles you are wanting to test. So let's quickly move on to the instructions tab. So we've basically just highlighted or listed how exactly to use this. So ultimately you will manually insert your company code or abbreviation. So we'll go into that now in more detail. You can use the drop downs to select from a list of variables. And then you manually complete the fields that are underlined in orange. Lastly, you'll use the names generated in the output fields, and you'll copy and paste that into the engine or the platform that you are using. Then we've also just mentioned that items in the drop-down menu are customizable, so you can add and remove as you want, and it will automatically update. And we'll run through that now. Okay, so this is essentially your campaign name generator. You can see that we have campaign level, we've got ad set level, and then we also have ad level. And now where we've mentioned in the instructions to include your client code or abbreviation, this is where you would input that. So we like to use abbreviations for our clients so we don't have to type out the whole name. So however you want to approach that is 100% fine. That's pretty much up to you. The second element that you need to select is the actual channel. So we've listed some channels. So we've got TikTok, LinkedIn, X, Snapchat. But you can obviously add and remove as you wish. So how you do that is just hover over the edit button. When that opens, then you'll see there's an option to add more items. So we can, for example, just add an example, and you can also remove. Okay, then you'll say done, apply to all, and you can exit that, and it'll automatically then be updated within the drop down. So very easy to use and to adjust based on whatever your needs are. The third element we need to look at is the objective. So we've listed all the different objectives or campaign objectives that are available in most of the platforms. But we've also defined events, because oftentimes when your clients don't have enough conversion data to work with, or the volumes just aren't there, we tend to optimize for an add to cart or initiate checkout in the beginning. So we've just listed that as well, just so that we are aware of that. Then campaign name. So this is again something that you would have to fill in. So whatever the campaign name is, we use the example of Black Friday. The next element is the funnel stage. So whether it's top of funnel, middle of funnel, or bottom of funnel. And then lastly, your run date. So either you're running it for a specific period of time, so you would include the start and end dates, or if it's an always on, you would just include AWO for always on. Okay. Then it'll give you the output right here, and you can just copy and paste that as your campaign name. Just to show you a quick example, so let's just say we change this. You'll notice that everything changes in the naming convention as well. Okay, so you can see that it adjusts automatically. You're going to do the same for your ad set as well as your ad name, but these just include a few more elements so that we have more specific identifiers when we are trying to pull data from the platform. So you'll notice that we've got an audience name. So this is pretty much up to you. I mean, you can obviously decide how you want to customize that, but we mostly use, so the WM is for women and men. Then we've got broad, so the targeting is broad, so we don't have any interest targeting attached to it. And then the age, which is 18 plus. Okay, so obviously that's something you would have to customize based on who you are targeting in your campaign. Then we've got the attribution, so 7-day click, 1-day view, 7-day click, 1-day click, and 1-day click and 1-day view. So just to define that. And again, your run dates. Okay, that's your ad set. Then we move on to our ad, the ad name itself. So again, it remains pretty consistent. And then we've got some additional elements that we add. So one of it is the content type. So whether it's UGC or not UGC, so NUGC would be not UGC. Then we've got the product or service. So you would define exactly what this ad is promoting. We've got our creative angle. So we've included quite a long list of different creative angles to choose from. However, you can make changes to this as well. We have a list here that we've added to, so you can have a look at that and adjust accordingly as well. Then you've got your ad type. So whether it's a single image, carousel, video, GIF, again, customizable. You just select whatever is relevant to you. Then we also name our creatives. So whether it's A1, up until A20, whatever it might be, just so we have a clear indication of what creative we are looking at when we are analyzing within the engine or when we're pulling reports. It's just much easier to differentiate between the different creatives. And then lastly, you end off with your run dates. Okay. And then again, you've got your output. Cool. So that's pretty straightforward. You can actually go and download this campaign name generator for free. So if you found this video interesting or useful, please check out our socials for more tips and tricks. Until next time.